still answers prayers.
Very good evening to you all and welcome from us here on UBC TV2 News tonight. On same language, it is Mugalu Mohammed.
And I'm Patricia Lukoma.
And I'm Edward Rukidi Kijananguma. First though, let's have a look at our top stories. In our news tonight, Attorney General says electoral law reform bills were misrepresented.
And in Parliament Rules Committee starts investigating the General Alien Cecilia saga.
Elsewhere in the world, student deaths spark new protests.
And in sports, funding to sports causes heated debate with allegations of corruption.
Hello there and welcome once again, and let's get started. Patricia will be coming back with what is going on as far as business and international news plus sports is all concerned. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is currently in southwestern Uganda to sensitize the wananchi on wealth and job creation campaign, has disclosed that the National Resistance Movement NRM government will work to enable the manufacturing of solar-powered water pumps to ensure the realization of both sustainable irrigation and agro production. The president was addressing leaders from Kigezi sub-region at Kigezi College, Butobere in Kabale municipality. Kigezi sub-region comprises 6 districts: Kabale, Kisoro, Kanungu, Rukunjiri, Rubanda and Ruchiga. Mr. Museveni told the area's leaders that government has put aside enough funds that will be disbursed to the people through different specialized categories of people and groups such as youth and women funds on top of the known Operation Wealth Creation program. President Museveni also informed the leaders that Uganda spends $200 million annually on the importation of paper, adding that efforts to establish a paper-making industry is underway. He noted that the local population is planting trees in large numbers, and trees are raw materials for the paper-making industry. He observed that bamboo trees are a better option for the industry and called for more attention to be placed on the product. The president also said a government is intensifying efforts to add value to our produce by setting up mini industrial parks zone by zone. President Museveni used the occasion to warn against land fragmentation, saying the practice disables land for production. On the social and health sector, the president noted that the average life expectancy in Uganda is now at 63 years, up from 43 in 1986. He attributed this positive development to immunization programs and improved standard of living. Kigezi sub-region leaders presented their resolution of support to President Museveni as their candidate come 2021. The resolution that was read by Kabale District LC5 Chairperson Patrick Kaiwa saluted the President for his tireless efforts to fight household poverty, to which strategy the leaders pledged total support in order to realize development. In other news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Armed Forces, has advised the Uganda People's Defence Forces retirees to invest their retirement package wisely and create a base for themselves in civilian life. The President was speaking at a farewell party hosted at a State House in Entebbe for 19 retiring UPDF generals who have served the country for a period of between 30 to 45 years. We have this story.
Last evening, President Yoweri Museveni hosted a farewell party for 19 retiring UPDF generals who have served the country for a period of 30 to 45 years. At the colorful ceremony, the president handed over certificates of recognition and field sticks, among others, to the generals who were escorted by their families and thanked them for the years of service and liberation to the country. He also hosted them and their families to dinner. He commended the generals for having served and sacrificed for their country right from the beginning when they were being paid little or no salary.
If you don't have a properly functioning state, you cannot easily have a paid army. Because who will pay you? The state is either not there or weak. So
he noted that this was the reason why the army has been able to grow on a very healthy foundation and why there is peace and rapid economic growth in the country. The president advised the retirees to go back to their villages and teach people how to make money through farming as opposed to producing for their stomachs.
Like in Mbende, only 30% of the homesteads are working for money, for stomach, eating and money, only 30%. 70% are just working for the stomach only. And they have land, but...
He also urged them to teach Wananchi the need for regional integration, saying that it was the only way that Africa would prosper and have an advantage as a big bloc.
Now, the only other issue we are working on is the issue of regional integration to strengthen Africa, because this Africa is in danger if we do not integrate, if we do not get together as countries. Fortunately, in East Africa, things are moving.
The Chief of Defense Forces, Lieutenant General David Mohozi, advised the retirees to find something worthwhile to do with their time. He disclosed that there will be a regional command that will keep in touch with the retirees to check on their well-being. He noted that the UPDF has been able to standardize and give a befitting send-off to its retirees because of the peace in the country and economic growth.
Your Excellency, this moment and the pomp, color and celebration that accompany it are symbolic of the strides we have made and the pages we have turned as a country and as the UPDF for the better. It is the story of our renaissance.
On behalf of the retirees, General Joram Mugume expressed happiness that as they retired, the army had achieved the original mission of keeping peace.
I'd like to say that retirement is good for the institution to remain healthy and strong.
He thanked the UPDF for being a disciplined army and urged those still serving to keep focused on the country's historical mission. He thanked other retirees for having worked tirelessly for the liberation of Uganda. UBC TV, Harriet Nambi.
The Prime Minister, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, has praised Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Foundation for addressing the mindset of emerging African entrepreneurs and promoting Pan-Africanism. Premier Rugunda was representing President Yoweri Museveni at a two-day Forum of African Entrepreneurs, which took place in Abuja, Nigeria.
Of Uganda, the Right Honorable Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda.
Prime Minister Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda has praised Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Foundation for addressing the mindset of emerging African entrepreneurs and promoting Pan-Africanism. Premier Rugunda was representing President Yoweri Museveni at a two-day forum of African entrepreneurs, policymakers, and business leaders under the theme Empowering African Entrepreneurs and was held at the iconic Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja. In attendance was Felix Tshisekedi, President of Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda's Paul Kagame, Macky Sall of Senegal, and Nigeria's Vice President, Osinbajo. Premier Rugunda called for more support and mentorship to women entrepreneurs so that they can compete without cultural and property ownership problems that are working as impediments.
This is an innovative program which deserves our collective support. The second point in that direction is that because of the colonial legacy, we have tended to look at our colonial masters in terms of business, in terms of education, in terms of languages, and less on Africa. Therefore, this program, I salute it because it is going to touch on mindset change of our young people to look at Africa as their home, as their continent, and therefore this program is promoting Pan-Africanism. It will help consolidate the unity of Africa and take advantage of the free trade area that has been established by our leaders.
He said the Elumelu Foundation is a good example of innovatively working out a program which suits the youth and has demonstrated success, where a number of young Africans have benefited from the program.
On the continent. Now back to the question of women entrepreneurs. It is true that women in general, in Uganda and other countries in Africa, are at a disadvantage because of the cultural issues, because of ownership of property and land. The traditional banks will insist on you providing a land title or some other property which a woman normally does not have. Therefore, there is obvious need for an affirmative program to ensure that women have their rightful share in entrepreneurship and in business in general. The experience with Uganda is that although women are at a big disadvantage, when it comes to business, they have excelled and clearly surpassed men in various areas.
Gunda saluted the program, saying it is going to touch on mindset change. An estimated 5,000 guests attended the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Foundation in Abuja, Nigeria. The program is the brainchild of the chairman of Hares Holdings and the United Bank for Africa, Tony Elumelu, with the vision of empowering 100,000 African entrepreneurs on the African continent through his foundation. The event provided unique opportunities for young women and men from all African countries to meet, learn, and network with the broader African and global entrepreneurship ecosystem. It also provided opportunities for political leaders, policymakers to interact with a new generation of African business leaders who are transforming Africa's economic trajectory. Doreen Nasasra, reporting for UBC News.
Thanks, Doreen, for that report there. Now, the Attorney General, William Byarhanga, has clarified on provisions in the electoral reform bills that he says were misrepresented by the media. While addressing the press at the media center here in Kampala, Mr. Byarhanga said that what was communicated was malicious. Farida Nafka reports.
The Office of the Attorney General has refuted the clauses of the electoral reform bills circulating on media and social platforms that they are a misrepresentation of the provisions. This follows presentation of the Presidential Parliamentary Elections Amendment Bills 2019, Electoral Commission, Political Parties and Organizations and Local Government Amendment Bills 2019 before Parliament by the Attorney General on 25th July 2019 for the first reading. Speaking to the press at Media Center in Kampala, the Attorney General William Byarhanga attributed the misrepresentation of the content to failure by the public to access the bills.
Rising from the failure to read or to access the bill. and or to comprehend the provisions of the bills. Either that or intentionally made to misinform the public by way of politicking and concocting provisions which do not form part of the bills.
He says there is no single provision directed to early voting of soldiers or prohibition of use of cameras and cell phones at polling stations.
This one I have heard. They are trying to cheat, to hide, to read.
He clarifies the provision for restricting declaration of results to only 5 members as it has been circulating.
The ballot box to verify that whether it's empty or not. Yeah? We are saying there must be a minimum of 5 people, minimum, at the beginning of the poll, not at the end, so that they say the box was empty.
Accordingly, the provision of prohibiting an independent member of parliament from forming an alliance with other parties was misrepresented.
A person elected to parliament as an independent candidate may form an alliance with a registered political party or organization. But the forming of such an alliance shall not be construed as joining that political party or organization. If Bobby Wine, in particular, the one you keep on referring to, was here, he should be buying me a beer. This is the very clause that is supporting him. It only regulates the relationship of that independent member and the political party or organization within the ambit of the Constitution.
Information circulating on the electoral reform bills indicates that they do not address the recommendations of Supreme Court on the case of Amama Mbabazi versus Yoweri Museveni and the Constitutional Amendment Act 2018, which Byaruhanga takes exception of. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji reporting in Kampala.
Now, the Democratic Party President Norbert Mao wants opposition parties to front a single presidential candidate for the 2021 presidential elections. Mao says it is easy to defeat the incumbent President Yoweri Museveni with a united opposition. Now, this was during a media briefing at DP headquarters here in Kampala.
When a People Power Pressure Group appointed its regional coordinators last week, it sent the whole country into a debate. It's led by the Kyadondo East Member of Parliament, Robert Kyagulanyi. Most coordinators belong to Uganda's traditional political parties, including Democratic Party.
I want to assure you, I am not angry at all.
Now, DP Party President Norbert Mao says he has no objections towards appointments of DP's members to any force agitating for deepening democracy in the country.
The fact that people power is an umbrella for all Ugandans is non-negotiable. That is the point. It is for liberation. And the people who want to belong to it are many. There were times when people used to be shy to wear the red beret near me. One day I saw Henry Lubowa with a red beret peeping from his pocket. So I said, Henry, why are you hiding your red beret? You wear it. This thing is ours. Wear it with pride.
Norbert Mao pledged support to fronting one opposition presidential candidate, even if it's People Power Pressure Group leader, MP Robert Kyagulanyi, best known as Bobby Wine.
If we all go in the ballot paper, we will be divided. We will be like these fingers. He will cut us off one by one. Because all the people who want to run for office have supporters. I have supporters who are willing to die for me also. All the others have their supporters.
Mao castigated some opposition parties like the Forum for Democratic Change Party for working in isolation.
FDC insists they cannot give way to any other candidate. So, yes, that hardline position is an obstacle to unity.
For UBC Tonight, I am Philip Aguta.
Aguta Philip, thank you so much for that story there. Now let's go to Fort Portal, Bundubujo area, where Bundubujo-Fort Portal road has been cut off by landslides triggered by heavy rains which have persisted for more than 2 weeks. Now, today's rains reported to have started at 3 a.m., lasting more than 7 hours, caused mudslides affecting 6 sub-counties, and those are the visuals on your screen about that rain and the mudslides. And of course, reports from the area further indicate that most people remain stranded indoor with no school opening. At Ingamba sub-county, water pipes for the gravity flow scheme have been washed away, while a water tank serving Bondi Mastoli Trading Center in Intandi Town Council was also destroyed by the massive mudslide. Other affected sub-counties are Bubukwanga, Tokwe, Kisuba and Mabere. Now, last week, the rains reportedly washed away several bridges in the mountainous district. Of course, that is a developing story, and we'll be updating you as and when we get more stories from that region. We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Stay with us.
A coronation is a ceremony when a new king is officially installed. It is usually quite glitzy and full of pomp. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 31st July 2019, tune into UBC and Star TV as we take you to Kuma University grounds for the live broadcast of the 26th coronation anniversary of Kabaka Ronald Muwendo II. This year's coronation anniversary runs under the theme Leadership of Value in Boosting Health and Education.
Every dream has a challenging journey. Ours began in 1998 with a mission to drive the development of a robust communications sector in Uganda. We created structures to champion the dream. We've evolved, made discoveries, supported great minds, empowered Ugandans, and fostered a vibrant culture enabling communication for all. Down the years, we've created memories and networks, uniting generations and building great partnerships. Together, we can go even further. UCC, celebrating 20 years of achievements.
Have you completed Senior 4 or Senior 6 and you want to do a 2-year certificate or a diploma course? Makerere Institute for Social Development, an affiliate to Makerere Business School, offers programs in accounting and finance, business administration, procurement and supplies management, social work and social administration, information technology, counseling and guidance, human resource, project planning and management, journalism, secretarial studies, and many others. We are located on Sa Apollo Kegwa Road, next to Oilcom Petrol Station, with a UBTEP Center number.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. Now, the Parliamentary Committee on Rules and Privileges has started cross-examining witnesses in the Eli Tumwine case where he allegedly intimidated a Dokolo woman member of Parliament, Cecilia Ogwal. Now, while reviewing footage from the CCTV cameras, the chairperson of the committee, Clement Ongola, said the committee is going to check all evidence provided before it writes a comprehensive report. Here is our parliamentary reporter, Susan Naonga.
Last week, Dokolo woman member of Parliament Cecilia Ogwal disagreed with General Eli Tumwine during plenary session after a bitter exchange over conduct in Parliament. Ogwal told Parliament that General Eli Tumwine allegedly pointed a gun at her during the 7th Parliament. Cecilia's allegation followed her statement that she termed disrespectful remarks to the Speaker of Parliament. Today, the Parliamentary Committee on Rules, Discipline and Privileges, chaired by Clement Ongola, started cross-examination of the witnesses.
While reviewing CCTV footage provided by Parliament showing the incident on that day, members of Parliament say this matter should be resolved once and for all.
Honoring that decision, he went and defied, he went to public and began to belittle the person of the Speaker and disrespect Parliament, to which is a member. So I believe that is the contempt of Parliament. He has just to accept the decision that was made against him. He has not petitioned against it. He has not appealed against it. He has no moral authority to defy.
They were not able to show all angles. For example, the footage shows an engagement between General Tumwine and the Honorable Cecilia Ogwalo, but only General Tumwine is visible. The Honorable Cecilia Ogwalo is not visible. So you are not able to ascertain what exactly happened.
But last week, General Tumwine denied allegations labelled against him by Dokolo woman Member of Parliament, Cecilia Ogwalo. Members of Parliament on the committee say some individuals need to be tamed, since many of them have made it a habit of contempt of Parliament.
And then alleged that sometime back in the 7th Parliament, imagine in the 7th Parliament, this is more than 15 years ago, that in the 7th Parliament, that I put a pistol on her.
That body language shows that he was annoyed, angry. He left her and then he thought of something which was remaining in his heart. He came back again walking very quickly and bent, talked to her while shaking the head, the hand.
The chairperson of the Committee on Rules, Discipline and Privileges, Clement Ongola, says they will handle the issue with utmost care.
We've seen the CCTV footage. We have heard from Honorable Kasibante. Tomorrow we are going to hear from Honorable Cecilia Ogwalo and Honorable Atkins and then the other witnesses. And on Thursday, we will have the General himself appearing before the committee.
The committee continues tomorrow with Cecilia Ogwalo expected to appear. The Committee on Rules, Discipline and Privileges is mandated to inquire into complaints of contempt of Parliament or breach of privilege or any matter of privilege which may be referred to it, and recommend to the House such action as the committee may consider appropriate. Susan Naonga reporting.
Now, stakeholders in the fight to end trafficking in persons want the Prevention of Trafficking in Persons Act of 2009 amended, citing loopholes which are responsible for increased cases of human trafficking in Uganda. Now, during events to mark World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, it was established that the current legislation was drafted with intentions to avoid financial implication to government.
Namudu, not her real name, is 27 years old, an accountant by profession. She is a survivor of human trafficking after she was misguided to go to Jordan for a better paying job. In her testimony, Namudu confesses being told she would work as a housemaid, earning about $225 per month.
Told me that I'm going to do housemaid, of course, but the things they told me, they were not matching, or the things they told me, they were changing, because many times it was about payment. It was poor payment.
Namudu's employer in Jordan refused to pay that amount. Namudu was imprisoned after she tried to claim for her salary arrears.
Kasobanja sente zo, tebakuwa sente. Neba na abatu tuwala okuva eno ku airport. Tebibakwatako. Kasakutuusa wali ebira tebimukwatako.
Namudu claims she followed legal processes until she was taken by one of the prominent labor exporting companies, name withheld.
Abana bakola 2 years nakola mu nyumba. Navayo nga talina yadde n'ekikumi. Wabanja mukama we n'agamba nti nno ki? No, agamba bugambi mbu yakutaka menga yagakunfumita. Na ending up in prison.
But regardless of flaws and complaints, the number of persons seeking employment abroad has increased. Moses Binoga, the coordinator anti-human trafficking at Ministry of Internal Affairs, says there are no statistics on human trafficking because few people volunteer information. Porous borders, high unemployment levels, and mushrooming labor exporting companies complicate monitoring.
Abantu abamu olw'embeera eriwo bamala ne bakemebwa okugenda
bamala ne bakemebwa ne bagamba katugezeeko ne beesanga ndi bali mu bizibu abamu ne bakemebwa okuwaayo abaana baabwe ne balowooza bagenda kuyambibwa abaana abo ne basooka ne baending up nga bababonyaabonyeza.
While attending events to mark the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, Lady Justice Margaret Mutoni presented a paper on the topic calling for establishment of specialized courts to handle cases of trafficking in persons.
We shall have trained people who have specialized in this, and we shall have a friendly environment where the victims can feel free and narrate the ordeal. So it's therefore long overdue for the government to establish special courts that should comprise of trauma-informed personnel from judiciary, from the prosecution and defense attorneys, with special rules of procedure without affecting the rights of the accused persons.
Speaking on behalf of civil society organizations, Damon Wamara of Dwelling Places challenged the government to fast-track amendment of the existing law, but also consider ratifying the Malabo Protocol.
The protocol is one that will help us coordinate with other countries, will help us share with other countries and learn more from other countries so that we can be able to even fast-track and even push those other countries to be able to return those who have been identified as victims, and they are able to receive the necessary support as a country ought to give.
According to the Prevention of Trafficking in Persons Act of 2009, anyone that commits an offense of trafficking in persons faces, among other penalties, imprisonment for 15 years, and for the case of a company, a fine of 20 million shillings, temporary or permanent closure, and registration. Dorcas Kimonan Gloria Gwitavinji, UBC TV News.
Dorcas and Gloria, thanks so much for that story there. Of course, they're highlighting the plight of those young men and girls who go to look for jobs abroad. Now, Kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi II has asked clan leaders in Buganda Kingdom to register their interests on land against perpetrators. Now, Kabaka Mutebi was on his visit to the Fumbe clan seat in Baka Bushiru County. Now, tomorrow, the 31st of July, Kabaka Mutebi will mark 26 years as the King of Buganda. We have this story.
Strong Dibaka at the Fumbe clan seat to welcome His Majesty the King of Buganda, Ronald Muwenda Mutebi II. Kabaka Mutebi was accompanied by a delegation from Sokoto, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and dignitaries from Mengo. The clan chief of Fumbe, Omutaka wa Lusimbi, lauded Kabaka Mutebi for visiting their Fumbe clan headquarters. He reported land perpetrators to the Kabaka and blamed the Buganda Land Board for ignoring its mandate.
Okwongera okukuma, okwewonga, okuweereza n'okussa abantu abo abavunaanyizibwa ku kutembeeta omwoyo mu bifo byaffe eby'Abaganda.
The Fumbe clan headquarters is sitting on over 700 acres of land with the land title. Buganda Katikiro Charles Peter Mayiga cautioned other clans to register their interests on land.
Awo nno nkowoola ebika byonna okuwandiisa enkiiko z'abayima. Ssaabasajja ebika ebimu tebinaba kwewandiisa. Eky'omugagga kino ekitayinaako muwendo munaakikuuma mutya nga tewali lukiiko olukuuma ettaka eryo.
Kabaka Mutebi II lauded the Fumbe clan for working towards Buganda's development.
Leero njagala okwebaza Omutaka wa Lusimbi olw'okuba nti ekika ky'Effumbe kitandiseeko okuba nga kikola ebyo ebiyamba abazzukulu mu kika ky'Effumbe. Ekika kikoze enteekateeka ez'okulongoosa embuga yaazo. Ekyo kiwa ekika ekitiibwa, kiwa omukulembeze w'ekika naye ekitiibwa ne kiwa n'Obuganda ekitiibwa.
The Kabaka reminded the youth to keep in school.
Mufube nnyo ng'abazadde bammwe babayambye. Mulwane, musome n'amaanyi, muwangule emisomo awo mujja kuba nga mufuuse abantu ab'omugaso ery'eggwanga lyammwe ery'ekika kyammwe era omuntu ow'omugaso ye wennyini.
Busiro East Member of Parliament Medal Lubega Sagona vowed to fight against the Coffee Bill 2018 and asked Mengo for support.
Naye ndayira maaso g'omukamange n'ekibiina ky'abantu bo abali wano nti kikafuuwe tujja kulwana paka kwasembayo.
The Kabaka also visited the headquarters of Mamba Kakoboza and handed over a 4-bedroom house to Abubeka Sentongo.
Package of this house is a 4-roomed house, 2 bedrooms, a sitting room, and what you'd call a dining room in the city. But where we build in the countryside, it's a store. They use it as a store. And outside, we construct a latrine, VIP latrine, with a bathroom stand. And then we also provide a 3,000 water-litre tank.
Kabaka will tomorrow mark 26 years on the throne. The coronation festivities will be held at Nkumba University in Busiro County. Penat Higa, UBC TV, Busiro.
Thanks, Bernard, for that report. And of course, UBC TV will relay the 26th coronation anniversary live here on UBC TV, so do not dare miss out. Now, reports from the Massacre district shows that there was a low turn-up of youth for the LDU recruitment, and of course, the LDU recruitment is still taking place. But let's get details in this report.
Reports from Massacre indicate that at the police playground, fewer youth turned up for the LDU recruitment exercise. In the ongoing national LDU recruitment, every district has a quota of persons to be recruited. Greater Massacre police spokesperson Paul Kangave says they expected to register at least 150, but only 50 turned up.
Tugenda kukola nabo tubekebejje bulungi empapula zaabwe entuufu ebiwandiiko bye twabasaba bituufu oba bannayuganda oba n'abanga babina ebyo byonna byonna then bajja kukola interviews zonna nga bwe tuzitegese.
He tagged this poor response to the mindset of the people in this area on joining law enforcing organs.
Tubadde nnyo tukubiriza nnyo abavubuka okwewala okujja n'empapula enjingire ezitali zaabwe. Awano tusooka ne tubikebera n'amaaso gano agaffe ku bye tumanyi ku ebikyupulwe binobeera naye ate si we tukoma obikeberera abantu bano we tunaamala submitting documents zaabwe eri e Kampala era bajja mala baddemu ba cross checking.
He also alerted all the youths between 18 to 22 years with UCE certificate in the region to join the ongoing recruitment exercise in different districts of this region.
Now, the Uganda National Dialogue Coordinating Committee has selected 5 districts of Gulu, Buikwe, Kabarole, Katakwi and Luka for disseminating information on national dialogue. The committee chairperson, Justice James Ogola, says starting August 15th, one sub-county in every district will hold the dialogue for 2 days. Bishop Joshua Luere from the Interreligious Council, also member on this committee, says dialogue forms the country's future.
When we talk to all the districts of Uganda, 135, we will have learned something from this fight. At the end of the day, the number of people that we will have interacted with will be in the millions, maybe 10 million, I don't know exactly. But that would be a good number by way of citizens of this country talking about this extremely important.
I wish to commend the NRM government for allowing this dialogue to take place. Because not many African countries will open up for their citizens to sit down on a round table and discuss on the issues that affect them. But for us to see the president, the government team, joining the other, the Interreligious Council, the civil society and the other parties to arrange for this dialogue.
I think that one of the key tenets that I'm taking home from this Uganda National Dialogue is that it is always good to speak. It is always good to express your key areas of challenge. It is always good to express where achievements have been made, but also to draw what to me I call a common perspective that at the end of the day is a shared vision for our country, Uganda.
As the persons who are on the extreme side of this country, I feel this dialogue is going to help them to bring. And also, I am impressed of the involvement of all stakeholders, the local leaders, the structures, the parties who are involved.
Thank you so much, God, for these leaders. We have managed to talk and we are living in the same hearts.
We'll now take yet another short break, but when we return, Patricia Lukoma will be here to give you all that's happening in the world of business, international news and sports. Do stay with us.
A coronation is a ceremony when a new king is officially installed. It is usually quite glitzy and full of pomp. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 31st July 2019, tune into UBC and Star TV as we take you to Kumba University grounds for the live broadcast of the 26th coronation anniversary of Kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi II. This year's coronation anniversary runs under the theme Leadership of Value in Boosting Health and Education.
Ekyama kya Busoga kikino nga ni Kagulu Rock nkola olusozi olw'Ekagulu mu igombola ly'Ekagulu mu disitulikiti ey'Ebuyende. Ida tuninira olusozi olw'Ekagulu ni Pulezidenti wa Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ng'akyaziibwa Isaife ky'abazinga wa Busoga William Wilberforce Kadumbula Gabula Nalyopo owookuna ne Sipiika wa Paalamenti Maama Rebecca Itwala Kadaga era ng'empiya bukalina obuteereyi bwawo obw'okuwangulibwa abonabonabanga banini olusozi luno baalutuuka ku ntwiko oyita kuba ng'osobola okubona Busoga okuva yava okutuuka yakanga olengera ebibira olengera ensozi edindi agayanda n'omwiga kiiro ogusinga obuwanvu munsi yonayona Kagulu nkola olusozi lwa byafaayo ng'omusoga eyasooka yava ebunolo wano ni we yatuukira oyita abona empukumu yasulanga niwe yalimiranga ennimiro de nga bino byonna bya bwereere abantu okuva ebule n'ebweya bali kwekonda okuyida okubaawo okunina olusozi luno weenaba omu kwabo.
Bino byonna byakubaawo olwamu kagangena ku omwezi 17 omwezi ogw'omunaana omwaka 2019.
Empakedde okunina olusozi Kagulu dikutuusibwaku Minisitule y'ebyobulambuzi n'ebyeyira mu bwakyabazinga bwa Busoga kyateebwamu empiya
President w'Iwanga Uganda Tourism Board, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Sanctuary Hotels Kamuli, UBC TV, Madvan Group of Companies, Big Fair, awalala
Hill water, purity, nothing less.
Welcome back. It's 44 minutes past 10 o'clock and it's time for business. My name is Patricia Lukoma for those that are just joining in, and Mugalu Mohammed still with me there on sign language. Now in business incubation, Renewable Energy Business Incubator Limited, REBI, has sponsored 70 youth to pursue the National Diploma in a Vocational Skills Training Program. The initiative will address the adverse effects of climate change and youth unemployment, as Sandra Kahunde reports.
So in everything you do, be patient and have goals.
Renewable Energy Business Incubator Limited, REBI, a private not-profitable company thriving to be a one-stop center for all renewable energy business needs. Supported by the Royal Norwegian Embassy, the organization is concentrating on turning ideas into sustainable businesses. The initiative will also address unemployment among youth.
So the idea is for them to get hands-on skills, and we have partnered with reputable vocational institutes like UTC Bushenyi, UTC Kichwamba, and Buganda Royal Technical Institute. So right now we have a cohort of 70, and for the first time we're pleased to have female participation up to 51%, where we have 36 females and 34 males. It's a 2-year program, fully sponsored, and it's a very good opportunity, and we look forward to seeing the outcome.
There will be a component on renewable energy startups, provision of business development services to micro, small and medium enterprises, skills development and piloting technologies. The students that are yet to be enrolled will focus on solar, hydropower, improved cook stoves and briquettes.
Today we are here to orient 70 students who are joining Uganda Technical College Bushenyi, Uganda Technical College Kichwamba and Uganda Royal Institute of Business and Technical Education. And these are going to pursue national diplomas in electrical, mechanical and water engineering. Our focus this time is to have more girls enrolled in the technical courses, and of the 70 students, we have 36 girls and 34 boys. Why we do this is we want to fight the adverse effects of climate change. For the businesses, each time you use a solar system, each time you use improved or energy efficient cook stoves, each time you use briquettes or biogas or hydropower, you are saving a tree that will be cut out there. So in a sense, we want to get our environment back.
Mechanical and water engineering in the 3 vocational and technical institutions, Uganda Technical College Bushenyi, Kichwamba and Buganda Royal Institute of Business and Technical Education Mengo will benefit. Sandra Kahundegaba, UBC.
And in its weekly briefing, Cabinet approved the National Organic Agricultural Policy intended to enhance appropriate post-harvest handling practices and value addition. The Media Center Deputy Executive Director, Colonel Shaban Banteriza, told the media that the policy will buy into the international market of improving quality of agricultural products.
Cabinet sat on Monday, July 29th, 2019 at State House Entebbe and 1. Approved the National Organic Agriculture Policy whose objectives are the following. 1. To strengthen organic agriculture research, appropriate technology development and utilization. 2. To promote production, processing and marketing for organic products. There was some controversy about why government decided to bring up a bill to register farmers, especially for coffee. And then it was misunderstood by some people that there was licensing, that farmers are going to be licensed, which is not true. But the licensing starts from the level of value addition, and that's very important. But this policy also buys into the growing of coffee and other agricultural products, because the market that we have today where we sell our agri products is not simply Ugandan, where we can afford to buy many things without checking at quality and processes.
And on the international scene, outraged protesters, that is in Sudan, have gathered in several cities, including the capital, Khartoum, following the killing of 5 protesters in the North Kordofan state. At least 4 of those killed were secondary school children. The group that has spearheaded Sudan's recent protests leading to President Omar al-Bashir ousting the Sudan Professional Association says that the ruling military council is to blame for the deaths and is now calling for a nationwide protest. It is demanding an immediate transfer of power to civilians.
The long line hassle. With 1xBet, the power of placing the perfect bet is at your fingertips. Bet anytime from anywhere. Best of all, payment is instant. Place your bet on whatever you choose. Virtual games, bet games, sports, and even live betting. Winning has never been this simple. Bet with 1xBet. Advanced gaming is regulated by the Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board. Betting is addictive and can be psychologically harmful, and it's only eligible to persons above 18 years of age. Brought to you by Bet with 1xBet.
Welcome to the Sports Desk. Starting off with some Parliament sports. Emotions were high in the Ugandan Parliament following a report by State Minister for Sports Charles Bakabulindi, which addressed some key issues. It was demanded in the aftermath of the Africa Cup of Nations, during which the Cranes laid down their tools ahead of the round of 16 game in Senegal.
Right Honorable Speaker,
State of sports in the country has come to the fore during debate in Parliament.
On 9th July 2019, you asked the Minister of Education and Sports to make a statement on Uganda's participation at the recently concluded AFCON in Egypt, and also what was taking place about Netball World Cup in Liverpool.
The emotionally charged debate followed a report by State Minister for Sports Charles Bakabulindi explaining incidents before, during and after the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt and the Netball World Cup in Liverpool are two tournaments at which player unrest almost tainted the image of the Pearl of Africa.
FIFA also maintained that there was no pledge or commitment to pay the players of the $6,000 as bonus for qualifying to the next knockout stage. The players' position through their leaders was that there was an unfulfilled pledge and recommendation that the players be paid, or at the least a written commitment be made by football authorities to pay them for the players to resume training and proceed to play the next knockout game with Senegal on 5th July 2019.
Shadow Sports Minister Alan Sewanyana questioned the imbalanced distribution of funds amongst federations and cited connivance between legislators and football administrators that prompts corruption tendencies.
All what happened, the scandal, the financial scandal, came due to the corruption in the federation. Mr. Speaker, there are a few members of Parliament here who have now taken over Federation of Uganda Football Association. They blackmail FIFA for finances. One wonders why the Cranes was given $1 million and Netball was given 1 million Ugandan shillings each player. There are members of Parliament here who connive with FIFA and blackmail government in expectation of a kickback.
In response, Anita Yamongi, who Sewanyana named as part of the scam that he promised to expose upon investigation, rose on a point of order.
Is the Honourable Member of Parliament in order to say that we get kickbacks, because I am not a poor Honourable Member of Parliament like anybody else, that you'd imagine I would go and get a kickback?
It is not absolutely necessary. It is not proper to make allegations that dent the image of this House.
No, I have the evidence, Mr. Speaker.
Present it. Present it.
Okay. When there is an investigation committee, I'm ready to table that evidence in that committee. Honorable, for the meantime, I withdraw the statement.
It took Deputy Speaker Jacob Olanya to quell the situation that had other members including Odonga Otto, Joseph Gonzaga Sewungu and Hamson Obua offer insight.
The issue of UBC, the accounting officer, anybody in charge of the minister must explain better than this. UBC was going to make more money than what was needed by CAF because we are going to run adverts. But imagine all Ugandans missing watching football because people failed to pay 70,000 something $700. That the money, this TV is not performing very well in terms of finance, and where it's supposed to get opportunities, nothing was given. That is poor planning.
Even in the Ugandan Parliament, a few light moments take shape. And during this session, the Deputy Speaker Jacob Olanya wondered why State Minister Charles Bakabulindi insinuated Uganda's inability to eject Senegal.
Thank you very much, honourable members, for a good debate. Honourable Minister, what I did not want you to say what I did not want this country to believe you have said is that the Cranes cannot defeat Senegal. How can you say that?
Right Honorable Speaker, I want to apologize. The Crane can even beat France, but that day we didn't make it.
Quite a heated debate there. Now moving to chess, the 2019 National Chess League has entered match day 3 with action at Nob View Hotel in Tinda. John Barnes Centre has more.
It may be early days in the National Chess League, but even then, it's evident it will be stiff competition all through. As it stands, 4 clubs including Mulago Kings, Aviation Chess Club, DMAC Chess Club and Kireka Panthers are level on 9 points after just 3 rounds. Uganda Chess Federation chairperson Emmanuel Mwaka, himself a player, is impressed by both numbers and quality.
Match day 2 has seen an increase in the number of clubs from the 40 clubs that had registered earlier on. Now we have Chess Dynasty Kisenyi, a team of street children from the Kisenyi slum area, and we are glad that they have joined the league, and we hope to make a transformation.
The league this year is blessed with various star players including Harold Wanyama, Grayson Subuga, Elijah Emojong, Bob Bibasa, Mary Kevin Dagide, Simon Gonza, Patrick Kauma and Goret Angolokin. Kireka A is the reigning champion of this tournament, whose action continues in a fortnight, with the highlight game being a top-of-table clash between Aviation Chess Club and Mulago Kings Chess Club. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Now in the areas of volleyball, Nkumba University's stature as the sports-oriented institution continues to grow day by day. From registering success on the field of play, the institution's women's volleyball team has just signed a mega sponsorship deal with KCB Bank.
3.
Nkumba University Women's Volleyball Club has received a 1-year 45 million shillings cash boost from KCB Bank.
As KCB Bank, we derive joy seeing young people attaining their dreams and exploit their talent with our support as KCB. We continuously encourage the youth to grow in different fields, and support is one of them.
The university's achievements played a big part in influencing decision by KCB Bank.
Would like to be part of this partnership so that the university grows not only in playing volleyball, but also in academics. The secretary talked about sponsorship. We sponsor students to do well academically. If you're not academically good, you cannot be on the team.
The record 6 times National League winners add 5 national championship medals, 4 Aporu Akol tournament triumphs, 1 KFVC Memorial Championship, 2 Rwanda Genocide Memorial wins, and more than 50 other open tournament victories. The team stands a big chance to add another KFVC Memorial Tournament when the 2019 edition takes center stage in August. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Thank you very much there, John Barnes Centum. Now, Uganda Olympic Committee and the Uganda Prison Services have signed a memorandum of understanding that will benefit sports development. The most prominent feature of this memorandum is building of an all-weather court plus further human resource development projects facilitated by Uganda Olympic Committee.